Elizabeth Holmes, a health technology entrepreneur from Washington, D.C., widely known as the founder and CEO of Theranos. Theranos, a health tech company that sought out to revolutionize the entire medical landscape with its machine which would perform over 200 tests with only a single droplet of blood. For a company making so many promises, we may expect one or two of them to be false. Unfortunately for Theranos, only a few of them turned out to be true. Holmes comes from a high-class family. Her father was a vice president at Enron and held numerous executive positions in government agencies. Her mother worked as a congressional committee staffer. Holmes founded the company Real Time Cures in Palo Alto, California, with an aim of being able to perform blood tests using only small amounts of blood. The revolutionary tech machine, the Edison, would only require a droplet of blood with which it would perform over 200 tests. But while pitching it to her medicine professor while she was at Stanford, the professor responded with, "I don't think your idea is going to work." Holmes didn't relent and convinced a dean at the School of Engineering to back her idea. Holmes rebranded the company as Theranos as a combination of the words therapy and diagnosis. Holmes was a huge fan of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs. She even copied his signature black turtleneck sweater look. She even deepened her voice to be taken seriously. Holmes was once the youngest self-made billionaire with a net worth of over $4.5 billion and Theranos valued at over $9 billion. Holmes had raised over $6 million to fund the company, and by the end of 2010, Theranos had more than $92 million in venture capital. She formed the quote-unquote most illustrious board in US corporate history, comprising of former Secretary of State George Shultz, former Secretary of Defense William Perry, former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, and more star-studded directors which increased the public's trust in the company. Theranos was unstoppable with its revolutionary technology and a CEO with a will to do anything to bring her tech to the world, and it soon began to unfold. While there were many signs that the events occurring at Theranos was fishy, like the ultra-secret meetings and non-disclosure agreements with its employees, it was the Wall Street Journal article that hit the fan. John Carreyrou, an investigator for the Wall Street Journal, had been investigating the issue for many months after he had received a tip from a medical expert who didn't quite buy into the Theranos craze. Carreyrou spoke to ex-employees obtaining company documents. Holmes tried to stop him by having her lawyer start a campaign against the journalist. Despite all this, Carreyrou published the article that the machine used by Theranos, the Edison, was giving out inaccurate results. Holmes continued to deny every accusation put forward. In 2017, the state of Arizona filed a lawsuit against Theranos alleging that the company had sold over 1.5 million blood tests to the citizens of Arizona while misrepresenting the facts. The company settled, agreeing to the refund cost of the test to Arizona consumers. The SEC launched civil and criminal investigations with two class action fraud lawsuits. Holmes continued denying the accusations and claiming falsely that the government of USA used her tech in combat situations, which led to charges of fraud. All of this culminated in the dissolution of the company, and Elizabeth Holmes was worth $0. Theranos fired over 340 staff members on October of 2016 and 150 employees in January of 2017. And for the finale, it laid off the remaining 105 employees in April of 2018. On September 5, 2018, Theranos was officially dissolved with its remaining cash and assets redistributed to the creditors. On June 15, 2018, the federal grand jury indicted Holmes and former Theranos CEO and president Ramesh Sunil Balwani on 9 counts of wire fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Holmes stepped down as CEO of Theranos. Holmes and Sunny haven't pleaded guilty, and they could potentially face up to 20 years in prison. Just like any interesting story that is turned into a Hollywood movie, Elizabeth Holmes is getting her own. The film is based on the book Bad Blood, Secrets and Lie in a Silicon Valley Startup, written by John Carreyrou. It stars Jennifer Lawrence as Holmes. On March 18, 2019, HBO premiered the documentary The Inventor Out for Blood in Silicon Valley, which was first shown at Sundance Film Festival. It all started with the idea that sounded too good to be true. Too bad it wasn't true enough.